Welcome to another episode video on my Arduino Yun with electronics and physiotechnique motors, and all or some checked by or with an oscilloscope. Last time I changed some of the circuits with respect to RC circuit, where I put the make button in this position with respect to the electrolytic capacitor, and I changed the NTCs behind some components, and they were different from this NTC. That didn't work, still doesn't work, but I have some other issue to address first, because in the course of the episodes on this project and other projects, I've had to replace multiple transistors. Not many, 1, 2 or 3, and 1, 2 or 3 too many. And when it comes to that, it turns out that I forgot a diode, which by switching protects the transistor. Luckily I have a few diodes at my disposal, once again scavenged from old printed circuit boards, and this is the way they should be put, in the same direction or parallel to the motor. And although this looks like perpendicular, look at the wiring and you will see it is parallel, and it is even important in the direction of collector emitter. Here is a motor as well, 2 collector emitter and parallel. So that is what I'm going to do first. Now, here's the circuit in real life, so it has to be put here and to be put here somewhere. And this is the diode, and the arrow is in that direction, so you see a little gray line, and that is the line which bars it. So let's take this one first, and it has to go from it goes from one direction from the motor, from the collector, in the direction of the emitter, parallel to the motor, to the power. That should be it. Now here it is a little bit different, so I think I'm going to put this wire oops, and this is always tricky, but I'll try to keep it nice. So, and this one should be actually something like the same, so like this. So now I can put everything parallel, and now, as per usual, this motor doesn't run immediately because I haven't put anything in the input yet. So let's go there and see what happens. Let's log in into the Yun. There we are. And there was some response. So let's see how things work out. Now this one, for the same higher speed, I should turn right, which works okay. This one needs apparently some assistance again. Now, yes, that gives a nice flash. This should give a nice flash as well. Yes. And this way everything should be protected. Well, as far as the motor is concerned. And of course I have to keep giving some input. And does the button still have a function? Yes. Now it should actually work. Even slower. Yeah, and that's too much. This button should actually let the motor stop. This motor. So what does this motor do? I'm out of input. There should be enough. Somehow the buttons, and mind the LEDs with the button, they clearly have the function, but they're not stopping it. So that is one more thing to check. And yeah, well, you can clearly see on the oscilloscope that the pot meters do their work. But the other ones aren't attached yet, so let me attach one here, and then I have to attach another one, which I will do right here. Does that make any sense? Right now it certainly doesn't. No real signal difference, which may make wonder if things are hooked up anyway. According to various information, they should be hooked to the ground, which they are. And now why is this? Therefore, for some reason. Alright. Anyway, next stuff. Back to this NTC and that NTC. Transistors should work, and measurably. So what's wrong? Good question. According to some more information about NTC and LED combination, another suggestion is to actually put first an LED and then an NTC. Now it is interesting to see first what kind of voltage is over this line on this point. So let me grab one of the, I already have that, and I need to replace this probe, and then I have to show this as well. The probe that first was here, I want to have here. And it shows absolutely nothing, because this is this line, and our point is, of course, it is showing 5 volts, and the question is it 5 volts? So I am selecting this one, half volt, and this is what I get. It is a very low voltage. If I look at the other one, kind of similar but weaker. So these are very low voltages. Does that give any information? Well, probably that it won't work, because if I look at this LED that is burning, what voltage does it give? A very high voltage in comparison. This gives a 5 volts, and then it burns normally. So I probably should change the output of this one, and this one in this situation to a very different value. Oops. Because now it doesn't show anything anymore. And this is a nice thing to do, so I have to change the outputs from oh wait, these are inputs. These are both inputs. Where do they come from? They have no output. And that's another thing. There is very little output, very little input even, from here. So I need to change the circuit. I have to change it. Probably making the input an output and then see what happens. I think that is a better idea. Because at first I started out with connecting it to ground. That may be so, may be correct, but it needs a generated input. Yes. Alright, looking at the source code, I have here the inputs. Analog input from NTC, analog input from NTC. What uses it to change the input into output if I can't measure anything in software? So I shouldn't change it. Moreover, if I look at the other schematics, then they connect the NTC to power of 5 volts or something, but indirectly. So, looking at the schematics once again, this will be the same, just that here somewhere should be a connection to power. And that's a nice thought. So it won't be this one, because this idea was based on this changing this one to an output, and I will remove this. So this is going to be no longer connected to ground, but to power. And here we have power. So let's reroute this, and the actual thing is much clearer. And this one goes straight here in this case. Then of course, oops, this one should be changed right here, and another line being drawn from here to here. And that way it should work. Should, according to the information. So I have a jump wire, and I am going to place it, well, let me be careful, very careful. So this one goes out for now. Jump wire from power to this circuit. Remove this one. Then this LED should be connected like this, the other way around. Then the NTC something like this, and then something should have happened. And now I notice that something is odd and off because the LED doesn't burn. So let me remove this one. So whatever is happening now is not what I expect to happen. Not at all. And this is the correct way. So let me hook up again. And oops. And it is right over there. So let me reduce. No, not this one. I need number 4. Five volts. Almost 5 volts. Measuring right here. So let me hook it up to ground, and that gives somehow an LED that doesn't burn, but somehow does work. So then what does the NTC do? Now here, and that is a matter of measuring in the output 707. Now. So that's one result. Or is it? Yes, this is NTC 1. It is changed now. With this one removed. So this is a circuit that I should have. Now up to this one. And that seems right. Now the second one is a bit different because it has a transistor, and as what should I put the transistor? And actually it functions as input, this, so I should put this to the power, then an LED, and then the NTC. So I will for now remove this one. I will have to hook it up to ground, by the way. I will have to do that, because in the other ones, let's see, this is connected to ground, this one, so the emitter has to be connected to ground, which is here correct. So anything comes out of the collector. So then this would be to power somehow. This one gone. And this one somewhere here. Will this work? Maybe. If I put an LED here as well, it might. But then of course turns around. And then one other line. Other way around is better. Something like this. Making this LED 11 again. This could be working. Will it work? I think this will be a very nice, I would almost say cliffhanger, but I'll have to change quite a bit in the circuit. But let's see how far I get. This is going out, this is away. This one should then go to the power. Well, that is easy enough. If it sticks. But then the collector, being that one, goes from collector to the to the LED first. and then between the LED and this output. The question is, does that work at all? I see nothing burn once again. Turn LED. Nope. Although, is that the right direction? Does it even work? Good question. Neither works, but it is but let's see on here. Now NTC2 should give a value 598, so it does work. And unfortunately I can't pause. That is not in the I didn't do delay in the coder, which I should have, and then I can easily read it, but I think this is a way better solution. And let me hook up this one. Oops, not that one, that one. And this one should be 5 volts. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. What did I do? Diodes to save the transistors, and redo the NTC circuits with, as far as it looks, good results. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and like the video. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like, and follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep the videos coming to you. More information about donating on my website, and this is going to be continued. Bye bye.